And a good afternoon. Welcome back to your Afternoon 5-State Farm Report. Danielle Drotzman, your host here for 570 WNAX. Thanks for tuning in here today on this Wednesday. Want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, Desmet Farm Mutual Insurance, Fordyce Co-op, and Total Auctions and Real Estate for bringing you the Afternoon 5-State Farm Report. Well, continuing throughout your program here today, we are visiting with Angela Redman. She is an Assistant Director for the Nebraska Grazing Lands Coalition. Angela, thank you for joining us here today on WNAX. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. We're excited to get you on and just hear a little bit more about the Nebraska Grazing Lands Coalition. So maybe first, let's just start. What exactly do you do with the coalition?
So I head up the Farm and Ranch Legacy Transition Program. We focus educational events on that important topic because transition and planning for the next generation is an important topic right now in the United States, as 70% of the farm and ranch land in America is set to change hands in the next 20 years. So we just want to educate producers on why it's important to plan for the next generation and set them up for success so that their legacy can continue.
Yeah, and that's so important because it's a big piece of probably your family's history, and it's important that it ends up in the right hands and it's done correctly. So I guess what's your number one piece of advice when it comes to farm transitioning?
I guess mainly getting educated so that you can get a plan in place. If you plan, you'll be more successful in just communicating with that next generation what your plans are so that when you are gone that they won't have any surprises and they'll know the ins and outs of your operation, and that'll create more success for their taking over.
For sure. And like you mentioned, planning is so important, and just also to communicate with those family members is also important too. So, do you guys have any educational events coming up here soon on that, or do you usually host some throughout the year?
Yeah, we do. We have workshops and webinars that we put on. We currently have 2 workshops planned. One is September 9th, and that will take place in Broken Bow. The other is December 8th, and that will be in Chadron. And people can check out information about those and register on our website.
And you also have a program kind of based around farm transitioning too, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We have a Farm and Ranch Legacy program where we partner with businesses that want to support the workshops. We sort of reach out to them for sponsorship dollars, and then we have scholarships available for producers if they want to attend one of our workshops or another educational event. They can apply for one of our education scholarships. We also have a financial piece that if they need some financial funds to support their planning for the next generation, they can apply for one of our scholarships up to $2,500 to put towards working with an estate attorney or a mediator. So there's 2 types of funds available, and that information is also available on our website.
Gotcha. And I think I might have saw that you run the social media, so maybe if you follow on social media, you'll probably be posting about that too.
Yep, we do. We have a Facebook page. We're on Instagram, and on our website you can also sign up. We have an email that we send out when we have events coming up. So yeah, definitely follow us on Facebook. There's always tons of information being put on there.
For sure. And coming up here, I'm guessing soon, here in the summer, you have a bus tour, so maybe just fill us in there.
Yeah, so the National Grazing Lands Coalition has a bus tour every other year, and this year they're going to be grazing the heartland. They're going to be visiting Nebraska, South Dakota, and Minnesota in September, actually, September 23rd and 24th, and that will start in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and if you want to register for that, you can hop on our website, which will connect you to the National Grazing Lands Coalition website where you can register for that event.
Sounds cool. So will they they just kind of be visiting different operations and ranches and seeing different, I guess, is that kind of what they're going to be doing, I guess?
Yes, for the most part. In Nebraska, we're visiting the Hochstein Ranch and the Jessen Ranch. In Minnesota, they are visiting a dairy operation, and then in South Dakota, they're visiting another operation as well.
Very, very cool. Well, I mean, just in Nebraska, I know we have heard a lot about just the wildfires that took place here earlier this year. So I think I also saw that you guys have a program that can help support ranchers with wildfire damage.
We have a program. It's new. It is to provide support for people that have been affected by the wildfires. They're just getting that up and going, and we have a technical assistance person that can offer some advice and some help just navigating that post-fire recovery that producers are experiencing.
Gotcha. And I guess anything else coming up here for this summer that you want to touch on that you maybe would be interesting to our listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a couple of grazing schools happening this summer. One is in Anselmo in July, and the other will be in Sydney this fall in August. And then we also offer the Young Adult Ranching for Profit that's going to be in August in Kimball. So we have lots of educational opportunities available for people to take advantage of.
And again, that's Angela Redman. She is the Assistant Director of the Nebraska Grazing Lands Coalition, joining us here today on your Afternoon 5 State Farm Report. And more information on all those programs can be found on their website. Just Google the Nebraska Grazing Lands Coalition. So with that, we'll take a quick break. We'll take a look at some local weather, and then here at the end of the hour, we'll round out your hour with some cash grain numbers. So make sure to stay tuned to 570 WNAX. I'm Danielle Drotzman.